here at 951 Wilson. I thought it might be easier to do a quick video to show you everything that's going on with the house, to give you kind of an overview. The new garage door has already been put in. Only real thing in here that was damaged was the door frame. We had to do a quick repair on that. Light fixture. So in the kitchen, some of the drawers, that's I didn't put a gouge in it, but some of them are coming apart and are held together by screws. Like this. Otherwise, the cabinets, I mean, we could probably do these repairs to make them presentable. Maybe do a little better job on the drawer faces. They're not altogether bad. The countertops, the grout is really bad, but we can treat that and make it look whiter. Other than that, the countertops have some cracks. But if we had to keep them, I've seen countertops in worse shape than that. So depending on how extensive you wanted to do this, we could just do the countertops, or we could do the whole thing. So there are some options there. It's not an absolute requirement, I don't think, to rent the house out again. The windows, these don't, the reason these broke, they don't stay up. Lift it up and it doesn't stay. I guess it came crashing down, and that's why those broke. Living room, maybe got the blinds, fireplace, door, paint. As far as the beam goes, well, first, the cracks, the biggest cracks are here. Here, some over there, and over here are where the biggest cracks are. And the beam, let me see if I can get a little closer in here. Let's see, so the beam is split, and that might also originate from there. That's why I don't think it goes all the way through, but you can see how it's just splitting right down the middle there. And the termite inspection came in. I'll be sending that to you. Termites are not terrible in the house, and this beam is not termite damaged. So that is not the issue with it. So that's how that looks. The panels are these guys here. They kind of look like drywall, like a thin kind of drywall. I'm not 100% sure. Just a couple of them are kind of coming down. We could probably stick those back up and paint them and make them look decent. I don't think it requires a huge overhaul unless you decide to move forward with the beam. So that's that. This paint is always peeling because I'm not sure what material this is all in, but it's not drywall. It's interesting. Ever since we rented the house, we've had this issue here in the hallway. So I'm not sure why that material is different. Bathrooms, floors in bad shape. The enclosure, the doors fell off. We normally don't install doors anymore anyway, but it just looks terrible. We could make it function. It would be best to do the tub and the enclosure if we were going to go that route. It just looks really bad. And again, we can make it look better, but it would certainly really look better with a new enclosure and tub. The vanity is also held together by screws and is really not in good shape. The bottom of it down here is kind of caving in. It's kind of hard to tell on the video. Missing drawer, drawers held together. The top, same deal. We could scrape out the caulking and make it look white and new if we had to. Although if we were replacing the cabinet, obviously we'd have to replace the top as well. Light fixture, just ancient and rusting. Medicine cabinet, same deal, just old. Moving along. No gouges in the door, you saw those when you were here last. First bedroom, the door is missing. This bedroom needs some primer because the colors are darker. The ceiling fan we discussed, and the closet doors were busted. So that's the main things in here. Second bedroom, mainly just blinds. Closet doors seem to be okay. They don't look particularly nice. It would look a lot nicer with new closet doors, especially since the other two bedrooms require new closet doors. That way they would match. So some big holes. And the doors are all splitting. And this one is just barely being held together. So in here it's mainly blinds and again closet door. The other bathroom's kind of the same deal. These were not in good shape before these tenants moved in. I was looking at the pictures. And it would be nice if we did one, if we had to do one to do them all the same. They're matching right now, which actually is a nice feature. It helps the place look a lot better. This is completely caved in on the inside. And this enclosure, we could scrape and spruce it up. But it would look nicer if it was new. But again, if we had to, if you needed a couple areas to really cut back on, we could probably make the enclosures work. Windows fine. So just something to think about. Some baseboard needs to be put back on. Outside. Recommend removing this barbecue. This fence is leaning. Kind of hard to tell. We looked at the shade last time. This fence is really in bad shape, and one of the main problems is that their property is lower than ours, and it's kind of hard to tell. And so, since it sits lower, the posts have come loose and probably need to be dug deeper. So we'd have to coordinate with that neighbor to get that done. Hopefully they would share in the cost as well. The tenants put in this gate for their dog that they were not supposed to have. I think that's mainly it.